Hello, welcome to my midterm assignment topic 7, consumer choice model. And as for this group assignment, the task 1 is design and implement the Python class to represent the model. So the first thing is to import NumPy for sure. So to give the definition of the elements in the functions, so just let the P1, P2 budget, A1, A2, and S. And also we did the string representation of the object, and also for the CS utility functions. And also just give them the define. And the next thing we have done is to do the first order condition for utility maximization. And we also get derivative of the first order condition for utility maximization. And we use Newton method to solve for the maximization utility, and also use the meta method to check what the code for the derivative is right. So from here, I've just get the value of each of them to test whether it can work well. And the answer is yes, I support. As for task 2, write a simple function to make a counterplots. So the first thing is to import the matplotlib for the Python as well. So according to here, we write a function to pull level curves of the supplied function to 2 variables. And we also did the loop here. After this, we can see the nice picture. As for task 3, adding plotting functionality to the model, we make a plot preference function which would take the model class as input and make a graph to illustrate the consumer's preference. And we make a plot budget function to illustrate the budget of the consumer. Finally, we can see from the graph, we've got the optimal choice with the budget line and touching with indifference curve, and the intersection point is the red here. Also for task 4 is simple analysis, and there are 5 sets of parameter listed in the table below, and we draw 5 set theorems to illustrate how optimal consumer choice changes with the parameters. So here is a code, and we can see from here is that S point in set A and S point in set B is totally different, which is 0.5, and here is 0.05. And we can see in the figure B represents complementary intuitive function compared with figure A. The curvature is totally different. We also can see it in the set C, the S value is 1.2. And according to the picture A and picture C, there is a greater of the value axis, and the demand for good 1 is much greater than good 2. Also, as shown in figure D, the quantity demand of good 2 is 6 times less than good 1, since the price in set D of good 2 is tripled. We can see here the price is 3. And the formal situation is 1. So just like price of these goods is become increase. So people consume is the difference. Also in set E, the income of the consumer increases by 2 times. And according to the figure E, the demand of goods 2 is still 6 times smaller than that for the goods 1. But compared with figure D, the demand for the best advantage of consumer in figure E is twice as large as the figure D. So here is the totally different things about the figure D and figure E. Is about the budget has been changed. So the consumer demand has totally increased. It makes sense. Also, according to task 5, we illustrate how optimal consumer choice changes with changing price to give rise to the demand curve. As we can see, with the increase of the price, the demand for the optimal choice of consumer is decreasing. Also, here is the income effect. We change the budget to illustrate how the income effect and consumers' choice will change. Thank you for listening.